am I saying? Main menu. Join. Excellent. Might take a while. Oh no, found it. Connect. So it's same as usual, wedge, right?
Yep.
Continue. Choosing blue. Cool. Oh, once more into the breach. Do you see my disc?
I do. Yep.
Is this the correct positioning of it?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Spawn.
So yeah, if you click and drag on these,
Right.
and then pick up, you can put them like
Might have to
get the
promote
final
me.
position. Oh, here, I'll promote you.
Cool.
You've been promoted.
Cool.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and move my dials quick onto spots. Move my. I'm even just gonna deploy my ships.
Okay.
You just. I'll lay out that part. Just worry about the ships here.
Oops. Well, how much time you got left?
Oh, that's right. Not a ton. We'll try to get 30. Try to get half hour. We'll see. I'm gonna do 30 minutes. I think. Oh, these are deployed a little too far forward.
Should I deploy my stuff?
Yeah. I'm just doing this quick. Normally we do the alternating thing. That's how you'll do it. But at least I figured we'll do it quick in case we run into another bug.
Right. Just gonna send these guys out there.
Okay. So once your ships are placed, and now you might want to think about like these asteroids might get a little dangerous for you. And
Right.
but on the other hand, it's pretty good. So once your place, just press click on place ship.
Holy shit.
It's on your where your dials are.
Right.
And that kind of that once that's done, like those are placed.
Right.
Those are like official. Put in a return. I'm just gonna save the game quick.
Right.
Okay, so next on the dial, you'll see like the moves button
Yeah.
on your dial.
Let's see.
That's what locks in their maneuvers. As you can see, there's these templates over here. So I could like leave these around there for you to kind of see. You could probably cheat with your monitor. But
Yeah, I don't want to try crashing into one another first, but we'll see.
yeah, and you kind of get used to that, and like you'll as you like fly a squadron more and more, you'll learn. So actually, let me do that with.
Cool. So once I've got the move, I press set.
I'm actually going to redeploy just so I can show you sort of like formation flying a little bit with these two guys. All right, so I'm going to set my maneuvers in now. And we'll, see what happens. Check. It's going to go.
I should have all my maneuvers dialed in. We'll see if they're not crashing. Your Keo is a bit tilted. I mean, like.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of doing that because now like I wouldn't necessarily put him there if I was in like a real match. I might have put him like over here more. Actually, probably be better.
Right.
It doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter, but like the thing is, you don't know where he's gonna go because I'll show you a couple examples. So, for example, I could just do this.
Right.
And then now he's kind of like information with Jack and Luke, and that's actually what he did. But on the other hand, because he deploys first, so I really want to give you as little information as possible when I deploy my first guy as to what I'm doing. So, like him over there, like that, like you saw like where that is, like that's a nice move. And actually, the A-wing can't move one. Let's put him in there. I like that spot. I really like the A-wings a lot.
Fair.
But I also could have done, maybe I don't want him over here at all, and I end up deploying somewhere else. I could have totally have done this. Whoop, that shouldn't have happened. I hit 5 forward. Maybe 5 forward wouldn't be enough. Well, I guess let's say I wasn't an idiot. Or if I wasn't in a rush. I could do that. I don't know. Now he's over there, but that doesn't seem like much, but actually I could do for an action. I could do that. And now, he's coming up behind, he's a more fragile ship, but I could kind of do a slow approach into this section and kind of he could be like a flanker. So I'll just play with him like he was gonna do that.
Okay.
Toggle rulers. And yeah, so actually, and I fucked up because Vizier should be the first one to go.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess I just wanted to show you the logic behind the tilted.
So I guess
Tilting's good.
First, I grab my dial on Vizier and reveal it, right?
Yeah. So, yep, exactly. Yeah, you flip that, and then you're gonna click on that move. Actually, let's see. Yeah. Technically, before you reveal your dial, you can, because of this card, you can boost before you move.
Is that for free?
Up to you. Yeah, that's so these controlled ailerons. Yeah, that's basically that's the Reaper gets is they get this they get to boost before they move.
And what kind of movement is a boost?
So see this letter R over
Yeah.
here? Click on that. And there's a boost left, there's a boost right, and these little guys.
So I just
So like it could be a little turn like that.
see.
So like let's say the next one you wanted to do. You know, he'd end up
I
there.
see. So is it,
Or
it's like a double move kind of.
yeah, they get a little bit of a double move, these Reapers. They're neat. Now they only have one defense die, but they're pretty sturdy. They're definitely gonna take more than one attack. I think that that's probably my first target if I could get easy shots on them, but you know they're not easy to take down. And if I start to destroy, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll get to that. Yeah.
the strategy later. So yeah, so he goes, and then it's Captain Faroff.
I might have cheated a bit though, because I kind of moved and then boosted.
Yeah, whatever. Don't
Fair
care.
enough.
Let's move on. Captain Faroff.
Okay.
Let's
That
see
right
his.
here. F.
Yeah, we'll do him right this time. So you can you don't have to boost, but you can. You can do. I'll hold this template out. You know, if you want, you can boost like this.
That might kill me. Actually. Guess I'll just move. Like we'll just get into the combat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna move like that, and that'll be me. And who's next on the pilot list?
So next, I'm gonna be the one that moves because my two pilots. You have these aces. They have these sixes. So
Yeah.
they're usually gonna get to go last.
Yep.
On the other hand, I have a 4 and a 5, and then I have Han Solo. And I think we re-rolled. You were first player, so actually they're gonna move, and then Han Solo gets to move last. But
Right.
so Jack Porkins moves 3, and he has this little ability where nope, he doesn't have that one. That's all he gets. And so technically, when we would take an action, chances are we weren't going to engage our first round. Let me just check. Yeah, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. There are target locks and things, but we'll just maneuver this round.
Yep. So
You're probably excited. You're probably excited about the combat. As you play this game more and more, the maneuvering is kind of what. If you win the maneuvers, you win the game.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously the fighting and decisions to be made there too. So Luke's gonna move, and Luke is going to. Technically, if I wanted to, and I would do this, but we might have to do something retroactive because I'm a bad teacher here.
Fair.
I didn't think this would happen this turn, but it might. So Luke gets this ability with this attack speed.
Right.
Which is after he moves, he can boost using that forward template, and that's a free. That doesn't cost an action. So let's say I really wanted to beat you, so I would have done that.
Right.
With the hope that I'm at range 3. Okay, I got into range 3. So in Tabletop Simulator, I'm going to click this T button at the right of my dial.
Right.
And then there's this little button for target lock.
Let's see.
Oh, that's not for Keo. I didn't want that for Keo. That's fine. I'm going to put it on Vizier. Let me delete that actually. Target lock. Where's Luke? Luke Skywalker acquired a target lock. Okay. And I'm gonna move it onto Vizier. So now Vizier has this token assigned to him.
Right.
And I could spend that later on.
Okay.
And that'll last Multiple
So,
rounds. Now going backwards, I should have done the actions. I just usually turn around one, get into combat. These medium ships move faster than they seem. But the main one people take, like when in doubt, you take a focus. So if you hit this T button, T for token,
right.
I would say looking at your dial, you could either grab, like if you want to be defensive, you could have grabbed an evade. Focus you could use as an attacker or a defender. So usually it's up to you.
Probably go for the evade.
Yeah, I think the evade would make a more interesting match. So I would probably just give one to each of those.
Okay.
And the green tokens only last this round. So those have moved. Now Vader and Sutrafel move.
I can choose wherever, right?
Yes, yeah, you get to choose whichever. Both of them are going to move, but you get to pick which one goes which, and that's important.
Right. Can we? Hopefully, my round one improves 5 games down the line. Or try flip.
Yeah, the placement at the beginning is pretty huge. There's a
Yeah.
channel in the X-Wing channel for battle. It's like battle raps or something. It's like what are the things has like things where people take screenshots of each round of like what happens, and that's a great way to learn the deployment.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a great way to learn, and they'll say like, hey, I put this asteroid here because like, and I deployed in this weird way to hide the fact that what I was gonna do.
And I can see stuff like Empire battle reports, right?
Yeah. I think they're just mixed, but you get
Oh.
to see two factions in all of them because someone
Right.
playing against a different one. So Vader's moved. Now Vader gets to take an action. Vader can, you're out here. You're probably not going to spend a focus. You're probably not going to, you don't really get a target unlock on. You can barrel roll. Barrel rolls are fun. So if you hit this R button, I'll let you do a take back if you want, but like hit that. See this little barrel roll right. You could barrel roll. Hit that, and then hit this barrel roll forward.
Barrel roll forward. And is that the right one?
Yeah. And see how he not only went forward, but he also gained like half a little. I think the way it works is like, where is it? I think it's like one of these is used to the right, and it's like the way it lines up. So you gain like half of this forward or back. Anyway, but yeah, those are really important. And now it's Sutrafel's turn.
Okay. We'll flip.
That also gave Sutrafel a little bit more space. Okay.
She's move. It's moved. Oh.
And now, Sutrafel, you could boost or barrel roll, or you could do both. So basically, and that gives Sutrafel a lot of potential here because he can end up. I need like a marker just to mark where he could end up. Like
right.
you could boost, and then have him turn.
Sounds spicy. Let's do it.
Yeah, I would probably. It's up to you. I would probably either barrel roll right. I probably. I'd probably I would probably just boost to the right.
Okay.
I'd probably just boost to the right and just tug that.
Boost right.
And now you're set up for interesting stuff. Now, if you wanted to get a little closer, you can take what's called a stress. They're not too hard to get rid of, but they're not great to accumulate. But because of this guy, after you perform an action, you can perform a red barrel or boost action. Now you can't take another boost action because you already boosted this round.
Right. But I can perform a red maneuver, right?
Yeah. So up to you. You could take a stress, and what that does is you can't take actions when you're stressed until you take a blue. Until you take a blue maneuver. So like if you click on this, see how these maneuvers have colors? Sorry, there's a lot here. Covering a lot of ground. but you'd have to take a blue maneuver next time to get rid of that stress. Not too big of a deal. Your
Interesting.
people with Sunter will be doing that a lot. You'll be taking that stress. If you're not threatened of getting attacked, the only downside to it is that you've given this information to me because I know you're going to be taking a blue maneuver next round,
Right.
or chances are you will. You don't have to, but you probably want to take actions.
Do they keep stacking these stress tokens or no? Or
You can't really. Usually, you can gain multiple stress. It's kind of hard to because usually you gain a stress by doing a red action, but you can't take any actions when you're stressed. But it can happen through other card like things. But for in general, you won't see it too much. Now you don't have to do that. I think Sutra's in a perfectly good spot. I was just gonna let you know. I honestly, he's hugging this edge of the map. You know, normally you can't do this, but like, hey, you're threatening all that. Something I wanted to show you definitely today, sooner than later, is some of the magic of this is, see this 4 maneuver 4 forward. If that's a 4 and
movement, yeah.
This is the 5, you might notice something, which is that a 5 forward brings you
to attack. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's like
to what was range 3, and if you did a 4, let's say you did a 4 maneuver.
Your base, yeah.
Your base would be right here next round. Right. So you can't throw your maneuver tokens out until your maneuver, but when it's your turn to attack ships, I'm pretty sure it's perfectly legal. I mean, it is in the games that I play. To, measure your arc, and you know perfectly well you don't have anything at range 3. But when you do that range out, you now know, like let's say there's an asteroid here or something, an objective. When you measure your range, you now know, oh, when you do that range 4 maneuver, Sutra's going to land right here.
Right.
And then, I'll do a boost bank and he'll be over here, and Kiovenzi's going to be, maybe he's out here, or maybe Kiovenzi jumps into here. You don't know that, but either way, if Sutra ends up here, he's in a way to do what Sutra does best. Right. So that's a trick I wanted to show you. I didn't know that until
measuring using the attack range.
Yeah, it's cheeky, and it is still pretty skill based because you need to remember that when you get to your maneuver, like, section. So let's do Han Solo.
Yeah.
Han Solo moves forward. He's gonna take an evade token. That's what the Millennium Falcon does. Chewbacca gives me a focus token when I take an evade token, so he's got 2 tokens. And yeah, that's what Han Solo is gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else.
Are we moving to the attack phase or something?
We are. So that's gonna go in reverse order from pilots. So you're the first player, so you can pick Sunterfell or Vader. Now Sunterfell, on the other hand, when you do, you throw that marker out, like when you go like this, I get the same information you do, right?
Right.
But especially in person in a tournament, it's harder for them to really get a good angle. But like when you do this, you now know that Vader 4 forward looks like that. And
how do you do that attack marker thing?
Oh, right click on Vader and click Fire Arc.
Fire Arc, I see. Okay.
Now the only time you could do that within the rules is right now when it's Vader's turn to pick a target. As far as I know.
Right. And I imagine no one's in attack range, right? So
yeah, no one's in attack range. You just kind of do that, and then Sunterfell, and then it would be the Millennium Falcons next.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go like that, and lo and behold, nothing's in range. Luke. And then it's Luke Skywalker. And Luke Skywalker's got a range 3 attack on Vizier. And that's it. So he's going to do that.
It's gonna roll some dice.
He's going to roll some dice. And not only that, Luke is going to use these proton torpedoes.
Spend one. What was that called? Energy or something?
Yeah, it costs 2 energy. So I'm going to flip
Energy,
this
okay.
charge. I need to have a target lock in order to do it. And this is what the rebellion likes to do. They like to kind of use their bigger attacks to take out like a threat.
Right.
And so I grab 4 red dice. Now here's the other part to it is, and I'm pretty sure this is true. Fact check me after this round.
Right.
Because it has this little ordnance button. See, it says 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Normally at range 3, you would get an extra defense die.
Right.
I don't know if this is still a thing in 2.5 but it was a thing.
I know there's like range 1 bonus or something.
Yeah, for normal attacks. I think ordnance attacks, and I can check that rule if you want.
I'm cool. It's all good.
Ordnance range bonus. I know I don't get a range bonus. Some attacks have a small ordnance icon indicating the range bonus are not applied with attacks using those weapons. Oh, maybe you do get a defense die at range 2. I don't know. We'll say that you get a range bonus just to make it more friendly.
How many dice am I rolling?
Oh, actually, it does say the defender does not get a range 3 bonus against missiles or torps, nor does the attacker get a range bonus. So I guess it's only 1.
Okay.
I just pulled that from the wiki. So
Okay.
sorry to
It's all good.
range bonus.
Oh shit, sorry.
Oh, that's fine. So the attacker rolls first. We'll let you keep that.
Okay, nice.
So I'm gonna roll. And I get these 2 blanks. I have this eyeball and this hit. I could spend the lock that I have, which I will do,
To reroll a blank? Or
to
is it different?
re-roll any number of dice.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna roll these 2, and I got 2 eyeballs. Now Luke can use the force, any number of force, to make those eyeballs into hits. So
Okay.
he's gonna. I'm gonna right click on these, hit 7.
Some damage.
So there's some damage coming. Not great for Vizier. Not terrible either. You know, look at all he's got. I'm gonna be doing 4 damage to him. One more unfortunate is that I got these 2 crits. So
Yeah.
we'll play those out.
You got 2? Or was it 1?
2. Oh, sorry, 1 crit. Yeah, 1 crit, 3 hits. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So first is there's not really much you can do to stop this, unfortunately, but that's okay. You did get me to spend my lock. That's a good thing. In a way. And I'm spending all my force. So he's gonna lose these shields. You just flip those.
Right.
And then you're gonna take a oh, actually, and one's evaded. So you're only gonna take 1 damage to your hull. Unfortunately, it's a crit. So
Damage.
I'm gonna drag a card from there, this deck here, and flip it.
Direct.
And oh no, direct hit.
So just 1 more damage, I guess.
Yeah, so 1 more damage. It's not good, but you know, it's a cheaper ship. Hopefully he lives long enough that like Vader could get into like a flanking position,
Right.
and Sundir and Captain Faroff and kind of punish these guys.
When I'm looking at tournament, I'm seeing like a lot of like them losing out on points and then just randomly swinging like 5, 10 points or something.
Yeah, you'll have these rounds that are kind of, there's a lot of like finessing and kind of setup and trying to like kind of bluff your opponent or juke them and try to hide what you're trying to do is a big part. And then like you saw with that A-wing players are pretty much always going to deploy at these weird angles to kind of keep the enemy guessing.
It looks fast as well, I imagine.
Yeah, they got the 5 forward and then they can boost, so they're as fast as anything can get.
Yeah.
Uh, and they have great little sharp turns. And they can turn then barrel roll, so.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's Luke. Now I'm pretty sure that's the only guy on my side that's got something in arc. So Vizier gets to attack. It's probably, and technically you can measure arc from anyone, but we know it's going to be him.
Vizier firing off. I'm in
So it's range 3.
Okay. So I can. Do I roll 3 dice? Is that correct?
Yeah, you get to roll 3 dice.
Okay. Attack dice.
And Luke's going to get 1 force back. When you play against Robo Player, they're going to often use Luke as like a kind of meat shield because he's stronger when he's attacked.
Force, yeah.
Millennium Falcon too. What we don't want is our A-Wings attacked, especially multiple attacks in the same round.
The A-Wings are... These
A-Wings are real... Yeah, it's a type of game where like... well, we'll do this dice roll out and I'll... Maybe it'll come to play here so you can see it. Oh, good. So, yeah, so... Earlier... So you have Emperor Palpatine, so you can spend the Force now, and you can turn this one eyeball, into a hit.
I think I will.
Yeah, absolutely. Punish this Luke. Yeah.
So how do I spend the Force?
Just
right
press.
there,
Just press F on it, and then right click on this eye, and then there's rotational values to it.
Okay. Blank
Just
hit.
so like 7's a hit. Yeah. Okay. Now Luke at range 3. I'm gonna click a drag over my dice. I'm gonna roll.
Well,
that sucks.
Seems pretty damn good.
That sucks.
Now,
why can't I roll like this when I'm in a real match? That happens. Now, let me just roll again, because
it's all good.
we're looking for...
You want it.
Yeah. But I wanted to kind of teach. That wasn't a really good teaching roll. Because what I really wanted to show you is like... Something that's important to learn here is... these free rolls, like, yeah, you can nat 3s, and that's an important thing not to forget. But another big part of it is modded rolls where you have a focus, or you have they call them like double modded. Usually that's like you have a focus and a target lock. Those are very strong. Those are very reliable. Because when you're just throwing 2 dice out at someone and they have 2 or 3 dice of defense, a lot of times you're just not going to get any damage through. You're only going to get 1 damage through. But if you can get like a big 4 roll out at range 1, that's really when things die. So these like skirmishes, the proton torpedoes help because I guess the last thing I'll say is like Rebel players, what we're really trying to do in that early is get a really good early engage. We really want to be getting a target lock if we can in the early game, and then shoot you at range 3.
Right.
Get some points on the board, take something out early, and then bully you the rest of the match. If we have a bad, like I've played games as a Rebellion where I've like won very early on because someone just placed in the wrong spot,
Yeah. So does this invade token get consumed or something? What happens to this?
All right. So now we're at the end of the round. All green tokens are going to go away.
Right.
So usually I just kind of go around, grab the green tokens, delete them, delete the dice too, just to kind of clean up the space, and yeah, that's done.
Delete this dice.
Yeah.
Okay. What about this energy? What was the? I guess. Is this energy even?
Oh, the lock. I spent the lock, so the lock's gone. Normally the lock stays. It stays until like. If you get a target lock on somebody, and you don't have to be, they don't have to be in front of you either. Like, if Darth Vader and Vizier were not allies, or even that they are, there's nothing that stops you from taking a target lock of an ally. There's some cards that you want to work that way. But that,
Mm.
but Vader can take a target lock at anything in range 3.
Right. Yeah. That's his
There
thing.
used to be a way to just mark everything in range 3. But I don't know how to do that anymore. There used to be like, instead of front arc, there used to be a way to just. I'll have to look up how to do that because that button's not there anymore. Anyway, okay, so that's pretty much that. You flip over your dials,
Right. Okay.
and
Done.
then the fun begins.
So let's do this again. So
I got time for. I could do another round of this.
Okay. Yep. Yep. So if he crashes the rocks, the ship just gets destroyed, right? It's pretty crazy.
No. If you overlap, if you maneuver over an asteroid, but you don't land on it,
Oh.
you roll this die, and if it's a hit, you take a damage. If you roll a crit, you don't take a damage. If I remember correctly, it's only a hit.
And if you land on the asteroid, you die, right?
If landing on an asteroid, you roll a die. The bad thing that happens if you land on an asteroid isn't that you die, because well, what it does happen is you forfeit your action.
Right.
And that's not good. Like if something lands on an asteroid, your opponent's probably going to target that guy because he's not going to have a focus. You'll see if you watch a game, it'll happen.
So,
You'll have a ship with a focus on it, and if multiple enemy ships can target him, like let's say 2 or 3, they might go for that guy. And the first attack, they're just really going to try to get you to spend your focus almost, right?
yep.
And then the next 2 attacks, they just want to take, now peel the paint off and really do some.
So movement, right?
Yeah, movement.
Oh shit! I gotta do all this stuff. Okay, moves.
Check Luke on.
So you can't retreat. Well, you can only move forward, I guess. Well, I imagine with these red actions, you can also stop. Stopping is a red action, right?
Stopping is a red action, so you would take a stress. So you wouldn't be able to take an action until you made a blue maneuver. Oh, and you also can't take. Yeah, you can't take a red maneuver when you're stressed either. You can't do anything red when you're stressed.
Am I stressed right now? Yeah.
Nope, no stress.
Oh,
You're
no.
good.
Okay, I'll just pick something. Hopefully one that doesn't crush me. This is not looking good for me. Shit. Alright, we'll pick this. We'll just speed run it. Set. Darth Vader, I guess. And then this guy. The last one.
You notice Luke's heading right to this asteroid. It might not be good.
Yeah. Alright. I'm good to go.
All right, we'll see how this goes. So I think first it's Vizier.
Flip. Move.
Oh, and you do get to do that boost first if you want.
Okay. Well, I can press undo on this thing. So.
Yeah. I mean, up to you. You could boost left and really, threaten Luke and Jack. You might get them to bump, which is bad for them. You might block them.
Running away.
Bad for them, probably good for you. It could go either way. So you could boost left, you could boost forward, you could boost right. All up to you. You can change
yeah,
your
if I
maneuver too.
boost right, I could crash. Yeah. Okay, let's give this a shot. So, R button.
He also has this other thing. After, yeah, you probably do want to do it, and I'll show you why. Okay, so after you,
And then I'm gonna press move, right?
so he has another ability he can do. I don't think you're gonna want to do it this time, but remember that when you play this guy, this action here, it's called a coordinate. So after you move, basically, you can coordinate. When you coordinate, you give a token to somebody. So like, let's say you have someone in range 3.
Right.
Maybe it's.
Support.
Oh, I remember how to do it. Yeah. Okay. Click on Vizier, like this A button.
Right.
And at this top, hit this 3 button.
Right.
So sorry for all the information. This is like, don't worry, this is like all of it. So the cool thing about Vizier is that you take someone like Vader. Vader's really strong already. Vader wants as many actions as he can get.
Right.
Vader, like if you coordinate him, he gets an extra action. So like, even though it's not his turn right now, and usually you have to move and then barrel roll or move and then boost, you could coordinate him and give him a boost action. So you know he could be moving.
Let's give him a
You
token.
make him. You can make him move before he gets to move. Really
shit,
cheeky
right.
to do. Opens up a lot of weird maneuver things because not only do you have your maneuvers, but you have your maneuvers Vader can move. Like, you can really end up behind people and really kind of trick people. That make him really unpredictable. You can also give him a target lock, like you have Vader take a target lock action. Anything that's on Vader's list here. So Vader, you could give Vader a focus, target lock, or barrel roll. Now, right now, that's not really helpful, but important to know. The only guy that's you can also do a jam action. There's nothing really jam right now. Yeah, probably either the evade or the focus is the thing to do.
Let's give it to Vader, I guess.
So evade, what evade does is if like when you roll your die, even if you rolled a blank, anything you want, you can spend the evade to make any one dice into an evade. So it's guaranteed that with Vizier, if he's evading, that you have an evade die. Whereas the focus, you have to roll that to get it.
Right. So I'm giving someone a token, right?
Yeah. So well, Vizier, you have 2 options. You're better off, and this I wanted to teach you that, but right now, if you do take the coordinate, you would be at risk because he would have to take a stress, and he wouldn't have the evade. Because see how it says you would skip your perform action steps. You probably don't want to do it right now. Just something to keep in mind.
So, am I at my action stage?
Yes. Yep. You could take focus, evade. Or you can't coordinate. I won't stop you. Could coordinate Captain Faroff. You could give him like a focus if you wanted to.
Liza a maneuver. I mean, what is it called? The defense.
A focus?
Dice? Yeah, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. That's probably what I would do.
Yeah, focus on it. Yep. And then the next ship.
We were supposed to roll to see actually who goes first.
Right,
Because Vizier is always going to go first, and then it's whoever gets the most hits.
Cool.
And then I think it's like hits, then it's like crits is the tiebreaker, and then it's eyeballs.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna roll. 1 hit.
So you got 1 hit, I got 1 hit. I think I go first. So then, and that might be good for you. Jack goes first. Oh, sorry, Kyo goes next. And then Faroff. Alright. Kyo. Let's see what Kyo does. So Kyo gets to do this little oh, that goes off the board. Well, he dies.
Are you sure? Absolutely not. Come on, take it back.
Oh man, that's funny.
Is that
So
yeah.
I honestly was like, I was gonna do this. This was my plan to do,
Right, do it,
but I was like, oh fuck it, I'll show how the little side slip maneuver is. But yeah, that's the first time I ever played this guy.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, the original plan was to do this, but it's cool that I get to decide, you know,
Yep.
later after the fact. So Kyo does that, and then he's definitely gonna do a boost. So I'm going to do. He's gonna take an evade.
So in this game, it's like a move it's like move and then do an action, and then combat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kyo boost. So Kyo has this evade token. And then I believe it's Captain Faroff. Now Captain Faroff gets the boost. Spoiler, I think a boost left, you'd be safe. Yeah, maybe not. Don't listen to me. Actually, you might not be.
Yeah.
It'd be. You know, it might work. It might at the medium base. I'm bad at judging medium bases.
So
up to you. Because you could do that.
Do I reveal my stuff first, right?
Before you reveal, you decide if you want to boost.
Right. When you forget how you did it. You know, I will.
You can look at your reveal before. You can look at your.
Attack, right?
You can look at your thing before you reveal.
Oh, I can look at it.
Right. Yeah, you could look at it. You just don't. You just can't. It just. I mean, obviously, I guess I don't know how to. I don't know how you can look at it without revealing. I think if you just click on moves. But.
Yeah. So I'm moving.
Yeah. So I think the boost left is safe. I'll let you take it back if it's not. I think it is.
Let's try it. Boost.
Yeah.
So we got a.
I think it's more interesting if it's not, so we'll play it that way anyway.
So boost left.
Nice. Like a parallel parked.
And then we'll.
It's like you planned it all along.
Yeah. And then move action.
Yeah. So for the action, the focus you can use. I'd probably do the focus.
Whoops. Still my move. Yeah. All right.
Or you do the evade if you want to really be defensive, but I don't really think.
I'm seeing a hulking ship. Han Solo. I don't know his damage output though. I'm just gonna go off my instincts of big piece and just choose a defense dice. Yeah, where's the defense dice? Oh, you can just drag it like this.
Very good. The token would be this.
The token.
This evade.
Right.
Now it is Mr. Jack Porkins. Jack Porkins is now right there. And actually, if I just found out if I hover over my set, it shows me the maneuver.
Oh, if you hover, oh yeah, that is handy.
I knew there was a way to do it. I couldn't remember. So you can see.
Oh yeah, I see it when you hover.
Without revealing. All right, so Jack is pretty close, range 1. He's probably gonna be in 2 firing arcs. This one might be obstructed. No, probably not. What would I do here? Yeah, Jack's gonna take a target lock. I don't think Jack can really do. Yeah, you need to take a target lock.
Cool.
Then it's Master Luke.
And then is it the 6s now? Or
Luke and then the 6s, yeah.
has Luke gone or no?
Nope, we're moving him now.
Right.
So he overlapped the asteroid, so
Yeah.
he might be taking damage. Alright, so Luke takes damage.
So I noticed there's like shield counters, but like where's the health counters or something?
The health counters are the cards themselves.
Oh.
So as you
Oh, the damage count, I see.
yeah. There's effects and things that can make like there's cards that are really annoying where like I can make you flip over one of your cards. Like reveal it. And like I already know you have direct hit, right? So
Yeah.
if I played that, I'd be watching me like, oh, you got direct hit. I'm gonna flip over that, and now you have to take another damage. First Order and Empire have some stuff like that.
So when I draw a card, I don't reveal it, or
Yeah, normally just regular damage is just gonna be yeah. You don't reveal it. You don't look at it. You just take it face down. I don't think you get to look at it. Maybe you do.
and at what point
Wait.
do you know that what my damage thing when you hit me?
So it's just when you take. So you have 6 hull here.
Yep.
After you have 6 of these cards, that ship is blown up.
Yep. Okay.
So it's just
Right.
It's just
What
counter like that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. But I was wondering, like, if I have like a something that says I take extra damage, how would you know that? Like, if you don't want to.
It doesn't happen unless it's a crit. So
Oh,
normally
just
these are just
crit.
damage cards. If I did a crit to
Oh,
you,
it would be revealed. I see. I see.
that one has to be direct hit. There's not that many direct hits. That's just bad luck. Okay, we'll shuffle these now. But panic pilot or fuel leak.
I see. I see. Specialized for crits.
So Luke took the target lock. Captain Faraf. Now it's Han Solo. Han Solo's over there. So Han Solo's gonna have to turn his turret.
He had a turnable turret.
Yeah. So right now, the turret's facing forward and back.
Oh.
I want to. Nope, I don't want that. I want to turn the turret. I don't remember how to do that. Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, so as an action, I turned that to there. So I don't get to take an action, because that is my action.
Okay. It's one of his stuff. What's that action called? Just wondering.
I think it's rotate.
Rotate. Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
It's this one.
Interesting. How many actions are there like in the game? What is it like?
Maybe a dozen. The common ones really are focus,
Yeah.
evade, focus, target lock, evade, boost barrel roll. Those are the main ones. Turrets get to turn. Really for pushing out damage, focusing.
Fair.
that other one. You can jam people and kind of remove their tokens. So there's the jam action.
Right.
And that's actually ones that your guys here have. These things can actually remove tokens for other people. The problem is that since they're lower initiative dudes, they usually don't have much to take away.
Right.
But they might be able to steal something from Kyo, for example. Yeah, Vader and Sutrafell's turn.
Okay. So,
And before they go, I'll remind you, Sutrafell, during the system phase, you may perform a red arc. I should have told you that before, actually. So I'll let you do it now. He can actually take a stress if he wanted to and boost a barrel roll. Up to you. I don't know what your maneuver is, but
so I can take a barrel roll
or a boost.
or a boost. You know, I think
We should have done that before anyone moved, but I should have told you that.
So
Some lists. Your list has a lot of stuff going on. Has a lot
Yeah.
of stuff to remember. I usually bring a simpler thing to remember.
Yeah.
Like these sensitive controls are something I forget all the time.
Yeah. So I'm going to. So it's an R key, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna boost right.
Very nice.
And then I'm gonna hopefully not die. I'm gonna flip my and move.
All right.
Am I on it? Yeah, it looks like it. And that's pretty shite, but yeah. And I guess I'll move Darth Vader next. Am I not rolling for damage?
Technically, yeah. I don't. That's not really fun. We'll play him. We'll play the combat out.
Alright, then.
I feel like I want to let you do that maneuver again. Get some real threat on Kyo.
Yeah. Alright, then.
That's more. Let's get some action here.
Undo.
Because I didn't tell you about that boost thing either. So, oh yeah, undo.
Whoops. My press move.
I'll just move him back to where he was.
Yeah.
He was like right like this.
Whoops.
Oh. I can only move him 90 degrees. Why is that? I don't know.
Yeah.
There, move him like 3 angled or something.
Okay.
Something dangerous.
Alright then. Move 3. So that's A. Is that R key?
So if you flip him, if you flip it, you're gonna go to moves. Does he have a 3? Does he have a 3 right?
Yeah. 3 right. Set. And then flip. Then move. There you go.
Yeah, that's much better. Now Sutra's got an ability where if he gets someone straight ahead, he's stronger. You might be able to get him in that if you barrel roll right.
Okay, barrel roll. So,
oh, sorry, barrel roll left. Wait, no, barrel right. Yeah, barrel right.
Okay, so
you're right, my left. It's this one, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I got.
Put him close to the asteroid. We'll just pretend the asteroid's not there. That's.
Oh, I can click like this.
I think it might. I hope it fits in there. So let me. Yeah. So Kyo just barely made it into that bullseye. That's fun. And then we'll move Vader here. Oh, wait, sorry, Suter. Yeah, you took that barrel roll because he's in that. You're gonna get a free focus token. Even though you took that barrel roll.
Okay, so I'll grab an S.
You didn't really have to do that because you could just take a focus token, but I wanted you to know that well, because you took that barrel roll. I don't know if you really gained anything from that actually, but it's oh no, actually you do because you have Predator. That's why. You have Predator. You have Crack Shot. Yeah, that was a good thing to do. You did the right. I didn't mislead you. Yeah.
Nice.
So now it's Vader's turn.
Okay.
That focus doesn't happen yet. I was just being. I wouldn't normally care if I played a casual game with someone, but like we'll have to start an engagement phase just to keep it. So we're still in this maneuver phase. So Vader, finish him.
So I can't boost, right? Oh, I got afterburner.
So he doesn't get to do that till after.
Okay.
Normally, so that's an action. So you're gonna flip him and maneuver him.
Okay. Move.
Nice. Now, afterburners.
Right.
You can get a free action with him
I will.
after you fully exceeded speed 3 maneuver. Oh, that wasn't a speed 3 maneuver. Well,
Oh yeah.
but you're still in a good spot because you can. Let's just see if you got anything. And yeah,
Barely.
you can still take a target lock on Kyo. Like you don't need the afterburners, is what I'm saying.
Okay. All right then.
So hit this T button.
T, and then the target lock. Is that target lock?
Yep. And then, or that's an ion.
Oh, whoops.
We're gonna take a target lock. Is this one? Yep.
Just press it once.
Yep. And then move it on top of Kyo.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. And that's that. Okay, so Han Solo's gonna shoot unmodded attack.
So he has
He's
something
just
like
gonna
shoot first or something, I imagine.
he's got one thing. So if he gets the attack, he gets to make a coordinate action. And also he might be able to get a reroll.
Well, he has
So
high pilot, so he's probably gonna shoot first anyway.
he gets to go first because I won that dice roll at the beginning of the round.
Right.
So he's that's the tiebreaker. So yeah. Whoop. I rotated this guy to like this. There we go. I think I did it. That's what we want.
Okay, multiple ships.
So range 1 attack, so he's gonna get 4 dice. Okay. No hits.
So
now if I had gotten to take a focus, or I had my turret facing the right way, it's like I didn't have to waste that action. Could have actually had something happen here, but I still have a chance here. When you defend or perform attack, if there are no friendly ships at range 1 to 0 to 1. Let's see if there's any friendly ships at 0 to 1 for Han Solo.
Is it relevant for me to roll?
There is. So no rerolls get to happen. So you can roll a defense die if you want. I won't stop you, but there's no real reason to.
Yeah. If it's a blank, right? Yeah.
So nothing happens there. Now it is Vader or Soon-to-Fel. It's up to you. There's some strategy to it, kinda, because
more damage, kind of.
Yeah, well, you're probably gonna attack. You probably want to focus your attacks and attack Kyo with both ones.
Yeah.
I don't quite know which one. I don't know if it makes too much of a difference, but
Suitor
I'd probably attack with. In general, since Soontir can only attack Kyo, and Vader could, and maybe you get really lucky crits on Kyo when you one-shot him.
Right.
Vader could attack someone else.
Let's try it. Suitor.
But Soontir, yeah.
So that's 3 dice for me.
It's 2 die. Sorry, 3 die for me.
How did you grab multiple?
I held left click and I right clicked.
Oh, interesting. Let me try that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, nice. And I'll roll. It's 1 hit.
All right, 1 hit so far. Let's see what we got here. When you primary attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, you may reroll 1 attack. Would you like to reroll? Sorry, 1 die. Would you like to reroll any dice?
Yeah, probably the blank.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
excellent.
Great.
Oh, and you got that free focus token because of the engagement phase. That happened at the beginning of the engagement phase. So now you have that focus token. And now, so the first thing is you've got your dice. You modified them. You could spend that focus and turn this eyeball into a hit.
think I will.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Whoop.
Nice.
I think that's the only way you can do that. Yeah, because you don't have to. Oh, actually, technically, you could save that focus, and you could have the Emperor use his force to flip that. The reason you might want to do that is because if you want to keep Sutrafel from getting damaged,
Oh,
to keep that eyeball for defense. Up to you.
guess the Emperor makes more sense.
Yeah, there's. On the other hand, you might. Yeah, I think it makes sense because keep Suter safe.
Yep.
So yeah, so now you got 3 hits. You kept their focus, and now Kyo's gonna go. Okay, so I got an eyeball, evade, and a blank. I think I need to check something real quick.
Sure.
Like a rule. Okay.
Right.
So you get to do this first before I get to do my stuff. So see this crack shot ability?
What's the mean?
You're gonna want to. You can spend that charge, and you can spend one of. Actually, I guess this happens at the end. But basically, you're gonna get to nullify. It won't matter in this case. You get to nullify one of my dice.
That sounds good. I guess it's
So I'm gonna spend an evade. A blank is gonna become an evade. And Kyo actually does get to use the force and turn this into a thing.
Okay.
So I'm spending all my resources to sort of block some damage, but now Sunter gets to use that crack shot, right?
Yeah.
And
move any one of them.
yeah, and then Vader's on the way.
And then blank.
Yeah. So he's gonna take a damage. For now, it's just the shields. That doesn't seem like much, but the big win is that you got him to spend a force, and you got him to spend a his evade. Yeah. Now it's Vader's turn.
Alright, so looking at his attack range. No, am I in range of Jack Porkins? Just wondering.
You technically are. Kyo is probably the one you want to go for because he's at range 2.
Yeah. Oh, right. Range 2 bonus, I guess.
Range 2 is better, and you've already got damage on him. Usually you want to focus targets as much as you can in this. Take stuff off the board.
Alright, then we'll focus Kyo. I've only got 2 dice.
But you don't because you have a target lock.
Oh.
So yeah, you happen to have a pretty advanced list here, so there's a lot of stuff to remember. But advanced target, when you prefer particular defender you have locked, roll 1 additional die. So you're gonna so you have an extra dice. So as long as this TIE fighter, this one, has a target lock on something, gets 3 attack dice and has 3 defense dice. So it's nice and strong. That's all you gotta worry about right now.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3 dice, right?
Yep, roll 3 dice.
I'll roll this. Oh,
cool.
Okay.
Nats. And it's even better than that actually, because
one's a crit. Yeah.
it's even better. Yeah, you get to change. So there should be 2 crits coming.
Okay. Oh.
Because multiple per attack, you've locked. Roll an additional die and change 1 hit to a crit. So there's 2 crits.
No, I already changed 1.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else that's as spicy as it gets, I believe. So his only chance is getting natties. Let's see.
Wow.
And hey, he got natties, but got nothing. So
shit, it'd just be like that.
yeah, those unmodded defenses and unmodded attacks can get really risky. So Keo takes shields and then 1 crit card. Lose stabilizer. And blinded pilot. So Keo is dead. So Keo doesn't get to take a shot, and that's the power. I mean, Vader's very strong. He's also
Yeah.
very reliable because you get to get those rerolls and stuff like that.
Being able to get 2 damage cards is strong. Like, I mean, at least get the crits possibility.
Yeah, the crits really they can do all sorts of gnarly things. Just they really restrict your opponent.
Yeah.
And now it's Luke Skywalker's.
No.
Oh wait, where did we? Oh, so that's those two. Now it's Luke
skipped.
and.
Shit.
There's actually still these 3. So Keo leaves the board at the end of I6. We'll just do these quick. So Luke, he's got target lock. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's range 1.
Free hit.
He'll reroll this.
Nice.
He'll spend a force.
So
4 damage to Captain Veroff.
Nice. So how much dice? 1. Is it 1 dice?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll roll 1 evade.
Okay. He evades. He doesn't have to spend his evade. So 3 damage.
And one of them is a crit.
One of them is a crit. Yeah, a crit sneaks through.
Okay. So what gets revealed? Like which card? Shit.
Just I think it's the last one. The last card is revealed. So 2 shields go through. And then this card gets revealed, actually. Yeah. Because the first two went on the shields. Shields don't get crits.
Right.
While you're shielded, you don't get crit. While you perform an attack, you can modify your dice only by spending the force for the default effects. So, blinded pilot can't use focus to it or target locks.
And I guess if you don't have a force, you can't.
Yeah, you can't modify.
Yeah.
You can spend an action instead of getting a focus to repair that up. So that's Luke, and then there's Jack.
I still have all this force with Vader, but I don't know what's it supposed to do.
You can use it on defense. But yeah, Vader's got a lot of force. I mean, let's say you roll. It seems like a lot, but against Jedi like that, if he gets focus targeted, that force starts to go real fast.
Oh right, I see. I guess it's like kind of like a deterrent. I guess kind of.
So this way, gonna do a range 2 attack on. Let's see which one has lower health here. I guess he'll attack Vizier, because he probably wants to get rid of Palpatine.
Right. So Vizier. Right, he's on like 4 health. So 1 dice. And I'm gonna roll.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, range 1.
Got a blank. And those are 3 hits. That's good stuff.
3 hits.
So 3 damage cards. Oops. 1, 2, and 3. 1 health remaining.
Cool. So that's about all I have. All I got time for. It's a little later than I wanted to stay up. So I'm gonna go, but yeah, that's how it works. Check out Fly Casual. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up early for work. So
this game?
Or if you want, I mean, if I played with you again, we'll probably do a
blank.
I think we do the deployment again. I honestly think I think that the deployment is the thing to practice and the
Yeah.
maneuvering. Honestly, I would practice maneuvering without, like, just on your own, place some asteroids and
Oh,
fly around
right.
them.
Fair. Yeah.
That is, it sounds silly, but that is
Yeah, it makes sense.
it's gonna make a huge difference if you can do that. And then after that, oh, I think there's one last thing I haven't taught you, and then you're an expert.
Epic.
There's videos out there of people showing how to do this in real cheeky ways, but you take these two X-wings. Now they're like, if this is like when you're flying
Right.
multiples of the same ship. Usually you want to put your lower initiative pilot on the inside. So like, let's say you deploy in a
Right.
corner. A lot of people deploy in corners. Put your lower initiative pilot on the inside. That way, Jack can move like this. He can go. I'm gonna set that like that, and Luke. Nah, I don't want that to happen. That way you can have kind of have these like formations where
Yeah. Yeah. Like flying in formation. I've heard of it a bit. It's like one wants to do like 3, another one wants to do 2 or something.
but if you deploy them like this,
See.
hey look, like now you end up with these um you kind of want these arcs to be
Yeah, overlapping.
overlapping, right? So now you have, hey, that whole area is protected. The asteroids, of course, can kind of break up these formations, and that's that part of the game
So
comes in. But
does the asteroids provide cover or not?
oh yeah, if an attack, it'll say
The blue, I guess.
yeah. So if the attack is obstructed, the defender gets an extra die.
Oh, I see. Okay. By the way, um, is there any particular games like in terms of like matches you're interested in? Like, I don't know, anything exciting? I don't know if you
Um,
watch or something.
in this game,
Yeah, in this game, yeah.
oh online or something. You know, when I'm playing it, I tend to do it a little bit more. I honestly, I think
Or maybe any
for me,
players.
right, there's some podcasts out there, like there's like Gold Squadron and stuff. I think what I like most is I think I like the battle, like I think when people
Battle
show
reports.
what they did and what mistakes they made, those I forgot they call them, but like
Yeah, battle
battle
reports.
reps or something like
Yeah,
that, or like there's a channel for it in one of the X-Wings forums, but one of the discords we're in, but
right.
those are really I really like those. I really like blog posts. I prefer reading stuff. I prefer reading to watching videos
Yeah,
because
fair.
I find the videos I don't know,
And
I find them just a little bit slow.
honestly, just playing the game yourself as well. It's like
Yeah, I
why
think the
not?
best thing, get used to the maneuvers, just like practice that out, and that'll bring you pretty far. And then there's like
Right.
um, I'll see if I can find it, but there was like totally a guy who just like showed formation flying, and
Is it X1 quick tips?
no, it was this guy.
Hmm? Search it.
Uh,
Right. Hmm. Show me old resource.
it might have been this one.
Okay. Okay.
It's a
Show.
little old, but
Oh, recon. Okay.
the formation thing's pretty core to the game, and that's never really changed. But
Right.
basically, it's just these cheeky ways of
Right.
covering squads. How you doing, Ben? I'm falling asleep here.
Yeah,
So
man. Have a good
peace.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for teaching me. I'm definitely gonna play this a lot more now. I hope we can get more games in.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm playing on Friday over at my neighbor's house. So
Okay,
but yeah,
excellent.
let me know how that tournament goes.
Yeah, man. See, have a good one, man.
Cool.
Play again later soon.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Have
Peace.
a good night. See you.